do you feel when you think about maps?
I can't think.
What's the approximate number of the prime numbers not greater than x?
My brain is all jumbled up.
So, this is jolly exciting, isn't it, Christopher? I'm excited anyway. This test will take 2 hours. The first step is to pop your name on the front. Excellent. Are you ready to roll, young man? Turn over the paper and begin.
One, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 500.
Are you all right, Christopher?
1,000. I can't read the question.
Oh, what do you mean?
I can't read the question.
Can you see the question?
I can see the question, but I can't read the question.
Right.
What does this question say?
Oh, Christopher, I'm afraid I can't help you that way. I'm not allowed.
Christopher, stop groaning. Get your breath. Now count the cubes of the cardinal numbers again.
1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512, 729, 1,000, 1,331.
Good. Now give it another go.
Show that a triangle with sides that can be written in the form n squared plus 1, n squared minus 1, and 2n, where n is greater than 1, is right-angled.
You don't have to tell us.
What?
You don't have to tell us how you solved the question.
But it's my favorite question.
Yes, but it's not very interesting. Look, why don't you do it after the curtain call? When you've finished, you can do a bow, and anybody who wants to can go home, and if anybody wants to stay and find out how you solved the math question, you can tell them at the end, okay?
Okay.
Don't scream. I'm not going to hurt you. I just wanted to ask you how today's math exam went.
Tell him, Christopher. Please. Please, Christopher.
I don't know if I got all the questions right, because I was very tired.
Thank you.
What for?
Just, thank you. I'm very proud of you, Christopher. Very proud. I'm sure you did really well.
very small. The corridor is painted brown. Other people use the toilet. Mother has to clean the toilet before I can use it, so I do wet myself. The room smells like socks and pine air freshener. And another bad thing is that Toby died. Because he was 2 years and 7 months, which is very old for a rat. I don't like waiting for my A-level result.
Yeah.
Mother doesn't get home from work till 5:30, so I have to go to Father's house between 3:49 and 5:30. I push my bed up against the door in case Father tries to come into my room. Sometimes he tries to talk to me through the door, and he'll sit out there for a long time. I don't answer him. Can I come and live at your house? So that I'll have a place to put all my things, and I won't have to share the toilet with strangers?
No, Christopher, you can't.
Why can't I? Is it because I'm too noisy and sometimes I'm difficult to control?
No, it's because I'm not your mother.
No.
That's very important. Do you understand that?
I don't know.
Christopher, can we have a talk?
No, 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 you can't.
It's okay. I'll be right here.
I'll do you a deal. 5 minutes, okay? That's all. Christopher, look. Things can't go on like this. I don't know about you, but this just hurts too much. I have to show you that you can trust me. Now, I don't care if it takes 1 minute one day, 2 minutes the next, 3 minutes the next, and it takes years. This is important. This is the most important thing. Let's call it a project. It's a project we can do together. And it will be difficult because it's a difficult project, but I have to show you you can trust me. And I bought you a present because I want to show you that I mean what I say and to say I'm sorry. And because, well, you'll see. He's 2 years old. Christopher, I will never do anything to hurt you.
You won't be able to take him with you. I'm afraid our flat's too small. But your father's going to look after him here, and you can come over and take him out for walks whenever you like.
Does he have a name?
No, you can call him whatever you want to.
Sandy. He's called Sandy.
You have to go now.
Yeah.
We can come back tomorrow. You can see him then.
Christopher, here,
What's this?
your results.
Right.
You need to open them and read them.
Right.
Well, what does it say?
I got an A star.
Yay!
best result.
I know!
How's your dog?
He's very well, thank you. He slept on my bed last week because I stayed at Father's because Mother got flu. So he could bark in case anybody came into my room at night.
Right. How are you getting on with your father?
We planted a vegetable patch in his garden. I helped him and Sandy watched. We planted carrots and spinach and peas, and I'm going to pick them when they're ready. He brought me a book which is called Further Maths for A-Level. He told Mrs. Gascoigne that I'm going to take further maths next year. She said okay.
Okay!
I'm going to take them and I'll get an A-star. And then in 2 years, I'll take A-level physics and I'll get an A-star. And then I will go off to university in another town. I will take my books and Sandy and my computer. I will have a garden and I'll live in a flat with a proper toilet. And then I will get a first-class honors degree. And then I will be a scientist.
I hope so.
I will. Because I solved the mystery of who killed Wellington. I went to London on my own. I found my mother. I was brave.
You were.
And I wrote a book.
You did. I read it. We turned it into a play.
Does this mean I can do anything, Siobhan? Does this mean I can do anything, do you think? Does this mean I can do anything? Clapping. And thank you for staying behind to listen to how I solved the question on my maths A-level. Siobhan said it wouldn't be very interesting, but I said it was. She didn't tell me what I should use, so I decided to use all the machines and computers in the theater. I had 2 hours to answer 19 questions, but I spent 38 minutes moaning and groaning, so I only had 38 minutes to answer this question. Show that a triangle with sides that can be written in the form n squared plus 1, n squared minus 1, and 2n, where n is greater than 1, is right-angled. And this is what I wrote. Start the clock. If a triangle is right-angled, that means one of its sides will equal 90 degrees, and it will therefore follow Pythagoras' theorem. Pythagoras said that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. To put it simply, if you draw squares outside the 3 sides of a right-angled triangle, the area of the 2 smaller squares will equal the area of a larger square. N squared plus 1 is the largest number in this equation, making it the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a right-angled triangle. To find the area of a square, we have to multiply the length by the width. So, to find the area of this square, we have to multiply 2n by 2m, which gives us 4n squared. the area of this square is n squared minus 1 times n squared minus 1, which equals 4n to the 4th minus 2n squared plus 1. Now, if we add these two squares together, we get n to the 4th plus 2n squared plus 1. Now we have to find the area of the larger square, which is n squared plus 1 times n squared plus 1, which is n to the 4th plus 2n squared plus 1, which is the same term. That means that all my squares fit together to satisfy Pythagoras' theorem. And that means the triangle is right-angled. So that was how I solved the question on my math A level.